Hi Flosstube, it is Mandy coming to you with another video. Here and on Instagram, you can find me at StitchingBee82. It has been a few weeks since I've been here. I ended up getting a cold last weekend, so just at the beginning of all of this lovely coronavirus stuff, I ended up getting a cold, so that has been fun. Definitely feeling like I'm getting over it finally. I've had some congestion the last few days, but otherwise definitely feeling pretty good. I have no fear of having gotten this or by any means, but I am definitely taking precautions. I'm staying home, staying alone. It's just me and my cat chilling out. So definitely have some stitching update for you guys. So I figured I'd finally come back and get an update for you. I decided to switch up my location just a little bit. I actually just did a 180 from where I'm sitting at. I'm still in my living room. I wanted to be able to show my largest piece that I have stitched completed so far. So this is definitely smaller than my Eagles by a little bit, but it is my largest completed piece for now. So I'm going to move the camera a little bit so you can see it all. There we go. This is Fractal 253 by the Cross Stitch Collectibles, I believe. It is it is 89 colors. Don't know where the 100 came from. It is 89 colors. It was 28 pages. So I fell in love with it at first sight and had to stitch it. And so I completed that. It's been a couple years now. It's been on my wall now for a couple years. So I want to say it was unframed for a couple of years, and then now it's been on my wall for at least a year. So I just love it. It does have a little bit of, oh, I guess you can't see from there. The matting, it does have a slight pink layer to it. Love it. Went to Michael's and used their framing process, which I absolutely am in awe by. I really haven't gone to any kind of local framing companies or anything, but I definitely love Michael's. I know it's had some good and bad reps to it, but what I love about it is that they put this camera over the counter so that they can take a picture of your piece, and then you can get a full view of what it's going to look like based off of the matting and frames that you select versus just that little corner piece. So just definitely very impressive with that process. So I wasn't sure what I was looking for in terms of framing it. I ended up going with a black top layer. It is a black frame, and then just one piece of pink, and the white is from when they cut into it. It was just a white layer, but I think it just definitely gives another pop of color to it. The framing expert there picked that out and added to it. It was love at first sight when she put it down, so had to get that done on there. So yeah, so I just had to show that to you. Again, that is Fractal 253 by the Cross Stitch Collectibles, I believe it is. There are a ton of fractals on there. They have smaller pieces, they have bookmarks, they have which, to say a bookmark, it's a narrow, taller piece of like one of these, I think. They also have some freebies up there, I believe, too. But then I also wanted to show you my little needle minder collection. This is just a piece of, well, it's a sign that I bought at Hobby Lobby. It was galvanized metal that I then we just dropped a needle minder. Excuse me. So I just wrapped, you can kind of see the metal in there. I wrapped a piece of material around it, used some E6000 glue to glue it down. I popped some holes through to this string came on the sign. The sign was like $2.99 at Hobby Lobby, and then just to have a little piece of decorative to it, I added some fabric. So I made the Scrabble piece with my last name. I love the little paw. This was actually a necklace that I took it off the necklace. The chain was just way too small, and so made that into a needle minder. Adorable little black cat with flowers. And this is a clay by Kim. Absolutely stunning work. I cannot imagine the work that she puts into making these. I actually won this about a year ago now. Jennifer Upton had a birthday giveaway, I think it was, and I won an incredible package. This was the base of it, and then she went from there in terms of, she gave me a piece of material, there's a pattern, actually there were a couple patterns in there, all kinds of really sweet goodies. So, beautiful piece. My only clay by Kim, but it is so pretty. I love it. And then this one was from Threads Entwined. Right? Yes, Threads Entwined. I got that from the Bendy Stitchy. I got a bag, and then the Bendy Stitchy Snowbird piece that I showed previously. And this was another piece from Hobby Lobby. I just went through the jewelry department area and found this. It was actually in the clearance. Blue's not the greatest. But I just went through the clearance. I found it for 99 cents, I think. Tacked a magnet onto it, and it makes a great needle minder. So that's it. And I just keep it lovely. Guess I need to learn to do some editing. Yes, I did just drop that. Lovely. Alrighty, so shall we show you some of my stitching that I've done? I am plugging away at my eagles, of course. I absolutely love this. I am working over here. I am loving it, and I feel like I'm really seeing the end in sight with this piece. I'm loving it. I can't put it down. This is page 34 and 35, I believe, on out of 49 pages, large print. I got the eagle face done this just yesterday. Filled in. There's definitely a lot of confetti in here, but it is so worth the details on that. So finished up the beak, and then got the flag just about done. Got a couple pieces of confetti, and working on the background piece from there. So this is row 5, I believe. Yeah. So it's 7 pages across. Right now this is row 5. And then the next row is going to be the final full page row. In terms of, like, when you look at the pattern pages, it is just a complete, the 8.5 by 11 full, with the last page of the row being just, a little narrow. Actually, I think it's right about this narrow right here. And then that last row is going to be smaller pages. So I'm feeling the end is somewhat in sight. This is on 16 counts, full cross 1/1. I started stitching this on January 1st of 2017, so I do have a little more than 3 years fully stitched on it. Not every single day. I've been working on other projects, obviously, but definitely a bulk. I am working using this piece on the full coverage Fanatics 20 and 20. I am just shy of 10,000 stitches since January 1st. And I am also using this for the national parks for the same group. I am working on Carlsbad, 4,000 stitches for that. I am about 1,200 stitches away from completing Carlsbad, I believe. Needle minder here is from Abby Top Knot Stitcher. I won that in one of her giveaways. And it's all fully rolled up, but I will show it to you again when I get that page completed. And it's getting difficult to get a full picture made of it, just because of how large it is. So no clue where it's going to end up hanging once it gets framed. I'm imagining the framing is going to be quite expensive, even with Michael's amazing coupon deals that they give out there, but it's going to be an expensive one. So a new purchase that I actually made earlier this week, it is from Ardith Designs. I found it on Instagram, immediately went and purchased the pattern. The pattern pricing was really cool. It was kind of a pay what you wish type of thing. And I'm not really sure if it was given going to any kind of charity or anything like this. But I absolutely love the saying. So the name of it is Compassion Mantra. Again, this is from Ardith Designs, and it says, sending out love, kindness, and compassion with every stitch. I completely fell in love with it on first sight. So she has it charted in one color. So she says to just grab your favorite color, grab a piece of material, and start stitching. And that's exactly what I did. So going through my stash, I'm coming to realize that I do not have much of a material stash. So with all of the amazing charts that are coming out online right now, there is a hashtag that there's a lot of designers that are releasing patterns under the hashtag Be Well and Stitch. I think designers have just come up with a lot of freebie designs to keep you guys stitching with, you know, the climate that we're living in right now and the social distancing and all of that good stuff, that kind of some freebies to keep you stitching. So this, not that this one was freebie, but there's a lot of designs out there that are, I want to start stitching on a lot of these, but I'm realizing that I don't have a whole lot of fabric stash, so I guess I'm gonna have to be placing another order soon. So this design, the Compassion Mantra, I have a number of color and cotton pieces, or threads, man, I can't talk today, that I haven't done anything with, and I knew that I needed to. So this is Wildberry by Color and Cotton, and it is just very pretty. Obviously, I like my pinks and purples, don't I? But I am stitching this on a piece of 14 count Aida black that I just had in my stash, and no ideas for it or anything. It was just something that I bought ages ago, just one of those tubes from Michael's or Joann's or whatever, and so I thought this color would look perfect on black. So I've got Kindness started and Compassion started using 2 threads of Color and Cotton, 14 count, just over 1, and I just love it. And my needle minder, it is one that I made. I think this is the first needle minder that I actually made. It is, I went to a bead store in a local town and I found this, and it was just kind of when I was learning that you can actually make your own needle minders, and so I was looking for anything that had kind of a flat surface to it to make it perfect to add add the magnets to it. So I found that, and I figured it was a perfect piece to go onto this one. And again, the color is Color and Cotton in Wildberry. That was one of my new purchases this week. Just a couple of other pieces that I've worked on the past few weeks. This is Cottage Garden Samplings, the Songbird Garden Series number 9. Simplicity. There is beauty in simplicity. I absolutely love this. So I think the last time I showed you, I had the leaf done. And so then I've just started working on this flower right down in here. Beautiful daisy. So I just love this piece. I am stitching it on 18 count fiber on a Whim, I believe it was the brand, in the color Slate. So you can see that I've started working on the daisy and filling in. Another Abby top knot needle minder, top knot stitcher needle minder. And I'm loving this. I'm really not sure about using weeks on I think I mentioned it last time, I used weeks in that leaf, and it tangles easily. So I'm not having a whole lot of issues with the Color and Cotton. That's been really fun to work with. So yeah, I just love this whole series, and there's my update on that. And on to another one. This is the last work in process that I have. I have shown this to you before. It is called Music Wings by Ursula Michael and Imaginating. Absolutely, absolutely love this design. And we have a butterfly completely done. Have not started working on the words or anything of that nature yet, but definitely got that butterfly done, and I love it. You would think that it was done in variegated colors, but no, that is just 10 different DMC threads. So the material is Picture This Plus in Coastal, Abby Top Knot needle minder again, and I'm loving this piece. Just absolutely loving it. And I think I'm definitely going to have to pick it back up because it shouldn't take a whole lot to finish all of those words. And that's really washing out with the light. But yeah, we have a butterfly. And it's just so pretty. I love it. So, got a little bit of haul here. A few weeks ago now, well, it's been since my last video, Heaven and Earth had a pattern sale going on. It was right at the end of February, I guess it was a leap day sale, and not sale, leap day sale, 54% off. And I was going through the mini patterns, just trying to see if there was anything that caught my eye, and it did. And once again, you're gonna start seeing a theme with some colors there. I fell in love with this. This is called Mini Dark Goddess. I don't remember the name off the top of my head at the moment. The designer name. I really don't remember. I'll put it in the comments below, the description box below, so that it can get it on there. But I do know the name of it is Dark Goddess, and it's the mini version. Fell in love with it, and I only have to get the material, and then I can get a start, because we have threads. We have lots and lots of threads. Look at all of those pretty colors. Just love them. So right around the same time frame, Joann's had their too low to advertise sale. They ended up being 5 skeins for $2, and so I went and stocked up. I went through my stash and I had right about 50% of the list, and then of course still needed a bunch more. So I just love these colors. One of my favorites on here, DMC 600. Just love it. So I think I'm going to be, I mentioned that I needed to place a material order sale, so, order, man, I can't talk. And that's, oh, it has a number of the, really low DMC numbers. You can see that's the DMC 340, or 34. It actually has 8 or 10, I think, of these lower, the 0, 1 to 35 numbers. So, very pretty on those, so. I did place a small order with 123 Stitch, where I did get a few pieces of material, so maybe I'll have to find something on these. Again, check out the hashtag #BeWellAndStitch. I'm finding it a lot on Instagram, but then also in any of your Facebook groups, the stitching groups. I'm sure you can just search the hashtag, and I'm seeing a lot of designs on there. Sue Hillis, and I found one today from Shannon Christine that is adorable. It's a little bunny rabbit driving a truck with Easter eggs in the back. So, it's so cute. It very well may be getting started soon, because it is just too cute. I didn't save, actually, I saved the pattern, because it was just a picture. So, you can say, get it from Shannon Christine, though. But it is it's adorable. So definitely check out those hashtags. So I did just get a piece of white, 10 by 18, just in plain white. But got some Picture This Plus pieces, and this is a 16 count 8 by 12 in the color Fresco. Kind of a really pretty neutral, I guess. Still trying to figure out this whole lighting situation here, guys. And then another piece of Picture This Plus, 16 count. It's an 8 by 12 in confetti. I don't know how to, there you go. It's really yellow with a light hint of pink, it seems. It's just, maybe, I don't know. It's just really pretty yellow. No clue what else to stitch on it. Maybe some of those little Care Bear pieces or something. I don't know. But I found this. I saw it on the screen, fell in love with it, got it in person, fell even more in love with it. It's screaming for something Halloween. It's 16 count, Picture This Plus, in Monster Mash. And that's exactly what it looks like. It's just this really pretty green, light touch of purple, maybe? Gray? I love it. No clue what I'm gonna stitch on it, but I do a couple of, I don't know, sometime last year I think it was, from Stash Unload, I ended up picking up 4 of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween issues. So definitely lots of little smalls that can be I could stitch on that. So really cute. I just love it. I know when I posted it on on Instagram, somebody commented that they were stitching an ink circles pieces that is on this piece that is just so pretty. So I don't know. So little pieces of material, but definitely need a the mini Dark Goddess. Yes, it's labeled as a mini, but it is still, to give the 3-inch border, it's still needing like a 23 by 27-inch piece of material, and that is planned for on a piece of 16 count. So it's still a decent size. I can just imagine what the full size piece is. I wasn't wanting to do another gigantic piece. My Eagles is definitely going to be big enough. So, but so I guess that's about all that I have for now. Again, I'm doing well, so I am definitely getting over this cold. I hope everyone is paying attention to these rules of just staying home. And, you know, this is definitely opening up a lot of time for stitching and reading, all that good stuff. I'm very thankful that I work in a call center rather, that I can work from home. So since Tuesday afternoon, they've had us home working from home. So I've been able to just work away without having to go anywhere. So I'm while I'm healing with the cold that I've had, staying away from others. And so big thank you to everyone who is having to go to work in the grocery stores and the hospitals and the first responders, you know, police, fire, medical, everybody. Just huge thank you to all of those folks that are, you know, holding down the fort for us. So this is definitely a scary time for everybody. But, you know, one way or another, we're going to get through this. So just keep staying strong. And go find that hashtag Be Well and Stitch and get some new projects and start. You know, if you need a new project, there's a lot of really adorable designs out there. I do know that Bendy Stitchy had shown in her video yesterday that on her Instagram she has a highlights, because she's actually posting all of those on her stories, so you can kind of just one-stop shop, being able to hit her stories to be able to go to all of the different posts of these designers and get those. I definitely have my eye on a couple of them. Like I said, that Shannon Christine one, there is a Sue Hillis design that I just love. I love Sue Hillis stuff anyways. So but yeah, I hope everyone is doing well and staying home, keep stitching. So hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you soon. Take care.